when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. Good morning.
Viewers, welcome back this morning to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. We are chatting at this morning with Ria Paria. Yes, my namesake. She's the chairman of Autism Tobago, and the focus at this time is on World Autism Day 2023 in Tobago. Good morning and welcome, Auntie Ria.
Good morning, Auntie Ria.
All right. So autism, and for those persons who are joining us for the first time, why are you so passionate about autism? Give us a very quick idea, a synopsis of your story.
I'm passionate about it. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tobago. I'm passionate about autism awareness because my story, my son with autism, when I joined Autism Tobago, the information, the support, the knowledge that I gained to support my son, during that time he was about, say, 3, 4, when I joined Autism Tobago, and the support and information I gained from them was what helped me along the way, chatting with parents, getting that parental support from other parents and even the professionals that they will bring into our meetings and so on. The information would be so useful, and I'm like, anybody going through anything needs support, needs information, and that is why I'm so happy to share information.
Now, what is autism? Because I realize that a lot of persons still do not have it clear. There's a perception that if you have Down syndrome, you've got autism.
Yes.
If you are a slow learner, you have autism. So what is autism, just to be clear?
Very good question. And I often find people who confuse Down syndrome and autism as well. Autism, it's a neuro disorder, developmental disorder. That means it affects the brain. And persons with autism, they have challenges in 3 main areas: social interaction, communication, and of course, behaviors. Their challenges doesn't mean that they can't go to school or they can't go to work or they can't do certain things. It's just that they need supports in those particular areas. And because it is what's often termed the invisible disorder, there is no physical feature like Down syndrome. You can't see a white cane, you can't see certain things. On the physical person, it tends to just kind of, this person just bad behave, or this person just antisocial, or this person can't speak. But they have their challenges in those particular areas, and the supports that they require is what will help them go through. They can't be cured from it, but they can be able to develop the skills that is necessary to make them cope with interpreting the world around them.
Now, what has it been like for you being a parent, a Caribbean parent, a Tobago parent, having a child with autism?
It's been good and bad, in the sense that, you have that close-knit family experience in the Caribbean. You have your grandma, you have your aunties, you have your uncles, everyone who's around you to support you. And raising a child with autism, you need that support. In the early days when Aiden couldn't communicate, remember they have challenges in communication, he couldn't speak. I was like, you can't leave a child somewhere and they can't come back and tell you what happened or what they experienced because they can't speak. So you have to be careful where you leave them, to watch them. And, that's a good thing. And then they have the challenges where we lack a lot of things here in terms of special provision of supports. Speech therapy, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, all the therapies that go along with autism. And sometimes you just can't find that service readily available and reasonably priced. And even if it's free, the list is very long. So there's a lot of challenges in that area, and I encourage students to study these things. So Peter King and they were just talking before me about having schools for certain things. Encourage students to study these things because we are short on them in this space of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. So let's not even switch, but let's move along here with regards autism, World Autism Day 2023, and what is being done in Tobago to commemorate and bring awareness and recognition to persons in Tobago.
This year the theme is changing the narrative, right? And people have to talk about awareness and talk about support and inclusion because, World Down Syndrome, I'm talking about inclusion with us, not for. And the narrative behind disabilities, not just autism, is that, okay, we better help them. I do something to help them, you know, and we want to bring awareness, yes, but we want to see that even as a theme this year from the UN is to change the talk, to change the narrative. We want persons with autism to contribute to their home, to contribute in the workplace, to contribute in the arts, to contribute even in policy making. Yes, because if you're writing policies, for me,
include me, let me tell you.
Let me tell you what we need, you know. So, and I was so impressed with the theme this year is that, you know, it's something that I was following a research by UE where they were showing the contributions of persons with disabilities, and they can contribute wherever they are. Yeah,
most definitely. So what is happening when we're that sort of thing to keep the awareness going, the education going for persons?
Yes, awareness is important, and Autism Tobago, we are trying our best to bring that awareness around, you know, coming out of COVID and trying to get everything back on stream as we have used to have before. World Autism Day is April 2nd, which falls on Palm Sunday. Coincidentally, it's on a Sunday. So the day before, which is the Saturday, April 1st, we're having our motorcade. We had the motorcade last year because we didn't want to congregate, you know, all the protocols.
That's right.
And it's like, we enjoy this so much, we're going to do it again, you know. So we're having the motorcade. This time we're on the top side. We're having from Bacalet, the stadium, going down towards the Lowlands Mall. We'll have inviting you to join the motorcade, decorate your car. Our color is blue, right? Autism light it up blue. If you own a business, if you want to decorate your house with blue lights, you know, we want to encourage you to join the drive. We're starting at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock at the parade grounds at Bacalet there, and driving down through the highway down to town to end at the Lowlands Mall.
Are you driving through Scarborough?
Yes, I'm taking a drive through Scarborough and back down the highway to the mall. And at the mall, we have our kiosk. Thanks to Lowlands management, Lowlands Mall management, they always, you know, support us in that. We're having that kiosk available to the public where we have our posters, we have our pamphlets. I think I forgot to put the box out, but for questions and comments, you know, but we want to be able to meet the public in some way. So people have to be willing to educate yourself. So we can put the pamphlets out, but if you don't take it and read it and apply it, you know, it's just going to be a pamphlet sitting there on the kiosk.
That's right. All right. And how can persons contact you for more information? They want maybe support or information on autism?
We can be contacted at 278-7012. Also, you can call me 310-3671. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We have email, autismtobago@gmail. So we are reachable. You can get us on Facebook. You can direct message on Facebook.
Yes.
And on Instagram.
DM.
Yes. And persons have reached out to us via these areas. We have persons who will monitor it, because I'm not a Facebook person. I don't always have to be there, you know, but we have persons who monitor our chats and they will pass on the information. We also still doing our camper drive. We started collecting last week to support families who are, you know, need groceries and stuff like that.
So what you have persons bringing items in?
Yes, bringing items. They can drop at Happy Haven School. Okay. Even at the security or at the office, we get them. And we will be putting our hampers together as well. We also inviting parents to come to our parent potluck. It's a potluck, yes, April the 15th. 15th is a Saturday. We want our parents to bring out the children, right? The location is at the Fort King George. Just come out and spend some time. We're trying to get some professionals to come and sit. So even though we're in a relaxed situation, you could ask professionals questions, get a little feedback, the children can relax. And of course, it's a potluck. You got to bring stuff.
You got to bring something
something to share. And we look forward to that as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Ria Paria, for chatting with us this morning. Yeah,
yes,
always a pleasure.
So
and all the best to you and the entire team, all those persons working along with you, pushing and educating on autism in Tobago. Viewers, we're going to leave it there. We want to thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't realized by now, it is a work day today. It is a work day. It's not a holiday. All right. So get on up and get out to work. No excuses. So have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, all roads lead to Roxborough later this evening for 5 o'clock for In His Presence, the Caribbean night, and then off to tomorrow back at the Shore Park Cultural Complex for In His Presence, that's In His Presence 10 for the international night that starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow. So we want to invite you to come on out. All right, we want to thank you again for joining us. Have a great day, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you, God willing, tomorrow. So we're going to head on over into GMT with Candace. Bye-bye, everybody.